countdown begins. It's officially 33 days until the election. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. So, if you're new to politics, or don't know who to vote for, or you just want to pass time watching my beautiful face, this is a perfect video for you. I think this election represents two primal instincts. Let me explain. So, if you'll let me, I want to take you on a journey. Way before society, and way before the media, and government, and capitalism, and all that shit. I believe as humans, we're much more complex than we're told we are, and I believe we all inhabit two main primal instincts. Number one, the every man for himself instinct, survival of the fittest. We all inhabit this. We strive to do the best for ourselves and the ones we care about, and our own interests. We put our own interests before others. And it is quite selfish, but it's not necessarily a bad thing. It's also known as right-wing politics. Number two, more compassionate, empathetic instinct. I believe we naturally and equally inhabit this too. A more socialist, caring part of us, which wants the best for everybody in society and wants to help people less vulnerable than ourselves, also known as left-wing politics. Before society happened to come along, and before humans began to ruin everything, these two probably intertwined and worked really well with each other, and people made the best of them both. As society progressed and people became more greedy, and capitalism grew, and more businesses and corporations became profit-driven, and sadly that's where we are at the present. The media and government have taken full advantage of this survival of the fittest and capitalised greatly from it. A few examples being that we're told we should victimise the homeless. They're not part of our family, we don't know them, so why should we care? It's probably their own fault they're in that position. And the government have used this by putting up spikes so homeless people can't sleep in certain places, and councils starting to fine rough sleeping, which makes no sense. We're also told that we should blame immigrants for everything because they're so different from ourselves. We should distance ourselves from them. When actually, immigrants benefit us loads, economically, socially, and culturally. Also, there'd be no NHS if it wasn't for immigrants. We're also told that anyone that claims benefits, they're a scrounger, and that they're just relying on the state and relying on the backs of other people. Even though it's increasingly difficult to receive benefits at present due to fitness to work schemes and sanctioning, the media justifies students being in so much debt because they chose education and it's a privilege, not a right. The media justifies the right age to retire being 75 because you should aim to provide for yourself and family until your last days because it's more admirable than receiving money from the state. So you see, this is how the media and government have capitalised off the primal of survival of the fittest instinct, and by doing so, has caused us to hate each other. We now see the homeless man in the street and don't even look into his eyes because we pity him. We don't know him. We ignore it. We see an old man working in construction, his knees and back has given in, but we ignore it because it's easier to, and we don't know him, therefore we don't care. We see a woman with terminal illness in the job centre having to prove that she has cancer, but still being forced to look for work, or her money will stop. We look the other way because we don't know her or care about her. Like I said before, humans are very complex, and I believe, in fact, we do care. It's just that we're constantly told to repress these feelings by the media and the government. I mean, none of us want to see people suffer, and we care, and we want everyone to have the best opportunities and chances in life, if we know them or not. That's why Jeremy Corbyn is so badly represented in the media, because he actually gives a shit about people. If you saw someone get run over in the street, the majority of us would immediately rush over to help them, without even thinking about it, because it comes down to instincts, and we don't want to see anyone suffer at the end of the day. That deep conversation, though. So, going back to the general election, it's as simple as this. The Conservatives represent survival of the fittest. Labour represent compassion. It's your choice.